Alright, this is Vanity Candy part 67. Let's make sure everything's working as intended. Alright, this is Vanity Candy. Okay, there we go. What? No mither? Oh, easy. It's 2024, almost 25. There is not just one, but two people running no mither. Why? Oh shit. And I'm getting tunneled. Yes, good job, Jane. Shit. Jane for the win on that one. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit, you know, it's okay. Ah, tunneling piece of shit. Like Illyrium, yeah. What a fucking loser, dude. Look at this tunneling. God, they need to do something about that shit. Look at this scumbag is well-deserved report. Man, when it's a fucking scumbag tunneling killer like that, you cannot win. It's impossible unless you get the hatch, because that's all that's going to be around. Camping and tunneling has become such a major problem in this game, and little is being done to fix it. It's a serious problem. It needs fixed. They need to do something, because it's not fun to go against. I mean, when you're basically just get spam hooked over and over again, or if you might not even get unhooked at all. Sometimes the killers will just camp you right there. They'll just stay far enough back so the automatic meter bar thing won't, so you can prevent you from unhooking. They'll just stay just far enough back so that doesn't build, and they'll just camp you till you're dead. You have no way to combat it. Especially with modern Dead by Daylight, where there's no fucking pallets or window vaults. Like, used to way back in the day when I started, there was plenty of pallets and plenty of... I've watched you went back and just recently watched a video, and I'm like, man, the game was so much better. Way better back then. But the devs suck at fixing their own game. They've made it worse the more time that goes on. They might add some cool killers, but they are bad about making things more balanced and fair. Or fun. Used to, like, that's one thing they need to do. They need to fucking give borrowed time its old way back, where if you unhook somebody, you also get that third hit. Like, it's still there. I mean, they've actually added, which is kind of a good thing here. I'll give them credit for this. When you unhook somebody, they made it so when they're smacked, they don't immediately go down unless they started being healed or anything like that, right? So it's flawed. It's there, but it's flawed, and it needs some work. Certain actions will totally make it so that you just instantly get down, and it only works for a few seconds, so it's not like, you know, I mean, it doesn't help very much if the killer just waits it out, which doesn't take very long for him to do. He could still totally just get tunneled and camped. But on top of that, when a killer A camps, it makes it so survivors whether have to trade themselves out for the hook, or they just leave you to die. Right? Like, it's almost impossible for anybody to unhook anybody in this game when it's a camping killer without dying themselves. And that's a serious problem. It makes every match unfun. And when it happens so incredibly often like it does, it's not fun to have to deal with all the time. That's why this game is probably on the decline. I've seen a lot of things where people are talking about why this game is bad, and more often now. And I think that's probably a big reason. the game is going downhill. It's becoming less fun because the devs won't do things that actually help. The game is probably more broken now than it has ever been. The fact that tunneling and camping are so prevalent, it's literally breaking the game. Because the devs are dropping the ball. Gens are way faster now. They did that, and that's probably part of the reason why killers do this so much. I mean, there's definitely going to be some that do it regardless, so something still needs done beyond gens, but I think part of it is, A, gens are way faster. What's the fastest way to deal with gen rushing? Just make it so everybody dies like nothing. Best way to do that is to hook them, camp them, make it so they can't get unhooked, so they spend their whole game on the hook, or wait for somebody, or just wait for somebody to try to save them, down that person, hook them too. Now you got two people on the hook. No one can't do gens if everybody's hooked. This, I will say, this map is a lot of fun. Because this map, it has pallets and windows. Something a lot of the maps can't say anymore. This map gives you a chance. Despite being a small map, I hate all small maps. They're very... Any of the small maps are very, killer advantaged. But this is probably one of the better ones. This one's actually a pretty decent map. But even look at this right now. This person, see, he went immediately up there to go tunnel this person. As soon as this person got hooked, he went right back to him and downed him again. Fuck. Man, let's kill these skill checks. You know what, fuck it, I'm not chasing you all across the map. And now he's camping. This is a lost game. Yep, knew it. He'd be over here hiding somewhere. This game was the best in 2017, 2018. If we could have that Dead by Daylight back, this game would be way funner. And I get tunneled. Yay, so fun. Fucking loser. What a toxic piece of shit. Okay. Like this. Can't beat a tunneler and a camper. It's just a waste of time. Especially when anybody's hooked twice and there's still 5 gens. Get this piece of shit his well-deserved report and his block. And basically, yeah, I stopped playing this game for a while. That's why there's been no videos about it, because it just became a big pile of shit. I came back to it when they did that 2v8 mode, because that was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed that a lot. For one, killers weren't tunneling and shit like it. You really couldn't. It was 8 fucking players. 2, it was just like I mostly played killer throughout the entire thing, but because I enjoy killer better, it's just I can't play with my brother here when I'm a killer, obviously, on normal mode. So me and my brother, we were both on that as killers a lot. This guy's acting too much like a player. the snowman, the AI snowman, they don't, you know, turn around and shit and walk backwards. And so that's why I started playing this game again, but I don't know, I don't know why I'm still playing it. That's part of the thing. Because it's just like, okay, the game can be fun. When you get a kill that's not tunneling or camping, it can be fun. But problem is half the time these killers just want to tunnel and camp. And that's just not fun to have to deal with. It's not unfair to have to deal with either. Survivors are not in a shape where they could just deal with a tunneler. There's not nearly enough pallets for it. And there's not enough survivor perks to have to be able to save people. Like, if a killer wants to sit there and stand in front of the hook, what are you gonna do? Your team rather just leave you, especially in solo queue. They rather just leave you to die, or they die themselves trying to save you. We need more powerful survivor perks to deal with unhooking, and there's none. Like, we got No One Left Behind, but that doesn't help someone survive when the killer's smacking them while they're trying to unhook. It might help you hook on a little one faster. So, but beyond that, it doesn't really do that much for you. It only gives a speed boost to one person, and that's the person you unhook. So it might help deal with tunneling a little bit, but that only goes so far. They upgraded the graphics and things like that, but with those upgraded graphics came clunkier movement. The movement's not the same as it was back in the day. And all of the survivor perks to help survivors survive are get nerfed to the ground. And it is a shame too, because this was, once upon a time, probably one of my favorite games. I enjoyed, like, playing both sides was way funner back in the day. Playing Killer was a lot funner, playing Survivor was a lot funner. Both sides were a lot funner because the game was a lot better in every regard. Except maybe graphically, it didn't look as polished. But that's very minor concern. I'd rather a game run smooth and feel good to play than just to look pretty. Which is, at one point in time, this game did run really nice. Yeah, the movements felt more arcadey because it was. And now they try to go with this more realistic look and feel. But that doesn't help people survive. That actually makes it harder for people to survive. It would be nice if the devs would just, I don't know, give us 2018, like early 2018 Dead by Daylight back. Make that back. Make the game good again. And do something about the tunneling and do something about the camping. Give us some fucking perks to deal with this shit. Give us old borrowed time back. And Dead Hard and things like that. I never really used Dead Hard back in the day. I've always never really used it, but it definitely was a lot better than it is now. Those perks were completely fine. Well, chat. Some of them were pretty rough to deal with back in the day. But I think those perks are needed in this time. Like, they need to buff them back to what they used to be. Because the way the game is now, it really fucking needs old borrowed time back. You know, I'd be happy if I'd be very, very happy. That would actually make the game a lot better right off the bat if they gave us old borrowed time. Well, that's going to end this episode here.